I'm going to make wonton soup for the first time, so wish me luck. And I marinated some lemongrass chicken that I'm gonna put in the air fryer. They're chicken thighs. And gonna make some rice and try to make Nuoc Mam for the first time. Let's get to it. So I've washed the rice in water to remove the starch. And I don't know, what are your thoughts? I've heard conflicting thoughts, like you don't have to wash the starch, and other people say you do. And I feel like I do notice a difference after I wash them. They don't clump together, and I don't know, they just taste better. Put this in my rice cooker. For the longest time, when I was in college, I used to cook with a pot.
Stop it. Get some help.
But a rice cooker has made a significant difference for sure. So this is white rice, and I don't know if you see it, but it'll tell you if you put 2 cups of rice, then it tells you how much water you should put. So I like that feature. I like having a rice cooker because it's more consistent. When I used to make rice from the pot, if I was multitasking and if I cooked it too long, then it'd be too dry, or if I did it too soon, then it'd be just soggy like congee. So I put some chicken broth. I got this from H-E-B. That's like our Texas kind of grocery store. And just put all of this here. I bought unsalted so I can salt to my preference. And let's simmer this. Here's my mise en place, or that French term, everything in its place. So I'm gonna flavor the stock. And then I have my ingredients for the wonton filling. I couldn't find minced ground pork at my supermarket. That was so weird. It was flexible and got ground sirloin, which is, you know, your sirloin steak. So I felt like it was a better cut. Got my wonton skins because I'm too busy and I am not that great with making flour stuff. So maybe in the future. Got some garlic, eggs, sesame oil, a little bit of flour, and some green onions, which I'll use for both the stock as well as the wonton filling. I really like having this garbage plate, so meaning like any garbage I have, I can just put in here, and I really like having this. I can scrape stuff. So for the stock, I'm just gonna get a couple slices of ginger. And I feel like the amount of ginger depends on just how, do you like a strongly flavored aftertone with the broth? A clove of garlic. Let's do 2 cloves of garlic. You don't have to mince these thoroughly, it's just to increase the surface area so it could lead to aromatics. Brought another bowl to put all the aromatics into the stock. And I watched this very famous cook called Marianne's Kitchen, and she puts green onions in, and what she does is kind of smashes it to activate the fragrance, and I really like that. So let's do that. I'm just gonna take the roots out. I'm chopping these because I feel like that just increases the surface area for the green onion to release its flavors. I got this at my local H-E-B. Let me know if you've ever heard of H-E-B, because I never heard of it beforehand, but it's really big where I live. It's like your Walmart or Kroger's of elsewhere. So I'm just gonna get some dried shrimp. And if you don't like dried shrimp, that's fine. I do feel like it adds a nice umami, a little bit of salty taste backdrop. And although they don't use dried, they use like small shrimp for a kimchi actually. So if you're vegan, some people won't eat kimchi, and they'll specifically have to get vegan kimchi because of these small shrimp. They're smaller, they're much smaller, they're not dried. Wish I had fire instead of electric conduction, because I feel like fire, it extracts more flavor from the food. Although I don't know the scientific reason, this is more like anecdotal, but that's my take. Add the dried shrimp. Just pour everything. And gonna leave it in here for 20-30 minutes, not more. Just get the ground sirloin. Alternatively, you can do ground pork. if your supermarket has it. I don't know why that, I went late at night yesterday and I literally spent like 10 minutes looking at the pork section, making sure I wasn't being a dodo, and missed it. But I promise you, it was not there. In hindsight, maybe I should have asked. So this is like a pound, so do like maybe half a pound. Let me just wrap this up, but you don't have to see that. Here's my ground beef. Here's ginger. I heard that you should scrape ginger with a spoon, and I've never tried it before because I only recently heard it, but wow, yeah. Definitely go with the spoon. You don't have to put a lot of force too to kind of peel the skin off. It depends on how much you like ginger with the beef. I like ginger. I use this much. I'll put this in plastic wrap later. Here's my handy dandy scraper. Grater, not like the box grater. I'm just worried I might grate my glove. It's hard to grate when the piece is so small. You know what I should have done? You see how my the cutting board is moving? I should have put a wet paper towel underneath it so it wouldn't slip. Folks, do this instead. Don't cut the ginger piece you want and then grate it. Just use the whole ginger and just grate as desired. Let me be cool and crack this with one hand. Oh yeah. Are you a garlic fan or not? I'm a garlic fan, so I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic. Add 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of soy sauce, a little bit of flour. I'm gonna smash. Look at this witty bitty spoon. I'm gonna use to scoop the meat. I got my wonton skins. Just of note, you could freeze these because you know the expiration date is like a month from now. So if you're not gonna use them every day or every week, you can freeze them. Let's see how this works. Got some water here. Man, these are ugly dumplings. Sorry, this is my first time doing them, so I promise you the next ones will be good. But I'm gonna kind of use that together. Yeah, it's like a wonton. This time I'm gonna put more meat. And if you're not gonna use all these wontons for the soup, you can freeze them too, along with the wonton wrappers. You know, when I was a kid, I was never good at origami. And I feel like if I were good at origami, I would do an astounding job compared to what I'm doing right now. So sorry about that, but I promise I'll get better. This one, I think I overstuffed it. Third time's the charm, right? Oh, this looks good, right? I don't know if you have to see me making all these wontons. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm still working on the wontons, as you can see, but a guest is coming, and I
gotta clean the house now, people!
I have to make the timing right. So this is some marinated chicken thighs I made last night, and I'm gonna put these in the air fryer, 350 for 15 minutes, but 2 thighs per batch. It was boiling, and so I lowered the heat. What I forgot to add was soy sauce. because this is unsalted, right? I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and then adjust according to my preference for saltiness. But I'm gonna continue working on the wontons. All right, folks. my first attempt, mind you, at wonton. I feel like these are my first ones, and then these are here. I think I should get better, but then I'm pressed for time, so this isn't as pretty. Let me give you the highlight wonton of the week. Look at this beauty. Yeah, I made that. I mean, maybe you'll be like, wonton experts will be like, that ain't a wonton, that ain't aesthetic, but to me, that's my favorite one that I made. All right, let's stir this. A bit more soy sauce. Let's strain this. In hindsight, I wish I had more chicken broth, and because there's not as much broth, I'm not gonna put these amazing, beautiful, sexy wontons. I'm not gonna put all of it. I'm gonna save them for another time. One more. I made wonton soup, as you know, and chicken, this cucumber, will provide the crispiness. I'm gonna kind of cut at an angle. Let me just eat this. Ta-da! The chicken thighs came out of the air fryer. I took a quick peek. Sorry, but it looks good. You ready? Woo, look at that. Lastly, I am making Nuoc Mam, or my attempt at Nuoc Mam, and it's pretty simple. Fish sauce. I don't have Thai chili pepper, so I got serrano, and garlic clove, and some lime for acid. Some fish sauce.
Smash.
Sorry for the lapse. I ran out of memory. Man, I gotta put my video files on an external drive. I would wear gloves for this, but I ran out of gloves. Don't be like me.
Stop it. Get some help.
There we go. Made some Nuoc Mam.